story.
talking
You
about
ready?
ass. What are you talking about, bro?
Prostitute story. You guys ready? Are you ready for this? Bondage? I'm in.
I should be able to hire my own tweaker to beat up another tweaker.
Gets high fives from the...
Oh shit. Oh, hey, good morning.
What up, what up?
With the boys.
Morning.
Apparently that was a little malfunction. Was not supposed to click the go live button that early. We cut our intro off a little bit.
What are you gonna do?
No, okay, we'll fix it for Spotify.
I'm in this mic today, though. I tell you what.
As
Somebody who says that they're hearing echoes, I am in this sucker today.
you know what we should do? If we
Tape my mouth to
no,
it? Oh.
even the chairs from my old table, from my table at my parents' house, would be shorter, I think.
Absolutely.
And then there you go. Then we're closer to our mics.
But also, I'm worried about sitting in those old chairs of your parents because they straight low rider you. I mean, you can
you can lean
back
way back.
100%.
Yeah.
They're the comfiest chairs
At least
ever built.
Well, as long as you sit forward in them.
100%. But it's
And-
like with the problem with these chairs right now is like I have to be hunchback or Notre Dame in order to be.
And I'm trying to
the
work on my posture lately.
He's trying to
Like,
show that chest. There's not much there, but he's trying to show it.
I'm not trying to show it, but when I put my posture straight up, you do it. Straighten your back out. You
I
puff
look
your
ridiculous.
chest, dude.
I look ridiculous.
You don't. It
I'm
don't
the
mean
biggest
to.
peacock when
I feel like such a douche when I'm walking into the grocery store and I'm physically thinking about my posture, and I just feel like I'm kind of walking in all pretentious. But I need to.
I'm trying. My back hurts.
Yeah, I was gonna say I need to take care of my back, otherwise
That
I'm gonna
shirt
be
is
miserable.
pretty. That is really dope shirt though. Actually,
Thank you.
I'm not a big Star Wars head. My Andrew, obviously, he was a big Star Wars head. I think I probably end up watching more of the cartoons.
Which is the one thing.
Mando was Mandalorian 1 year for Halloween, so I think I followed that. And then, obviously, I stay fucking with Yoda. Made it past the 20 seconds. We're good.
I wish I would have watched or been able to. I still might be, might try it, but to watch the cartoons, the like Clone Wars of the Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
But I wore this shirt because I did want to show you that I wasn't broken. This is actually my last Father's Day gift from Izzy and Logan. So I wasn't completely broken from my kids.
From your kids.
Yeah.
Your kids care. Your kids love you. They should love you.
Yeah. So I'm not completely broken.
You've done a lot for your children up till now.
Yeah. Talk a lot about socks and underwear for gifts, but. For gifts, yeah.
Yes, at bare minimum, yes, kid. Your kids should love you.
Yeah, but look, I got a Star Wars shirt too. I'll take socks and underwear for the next 3 years, as long as every couple of years I get a shirt. Yeah, this shirt will last me 30 years, bro. Like all the last ones, actually.
Women,
15.
please help him out. Let him know he's loved.
Women, please stay away. I'm just kidding.
Yes, he only wants men.
No, that's not the case. I just don't want anything right now.
He wants nothing.
I want nothing. I'm on Tinder, but it's. I always get like a few messages in. I'm like, nope, not into it.
Purely for the ego.
No, I don't know. I don't know why I'm on Tinder. Like I said, I get 3 messages in with somebody, and I'm like, nope, not interested. Too much energy for me to put in. But a lot of the time is I'm not getting the conversation back that I'm putting in.
Bamski's playing live.
Yeah.
That's pretty. Show the camera.
We're lurking.
Bamskis, we're some straight. Like we can't even.
I almost messaged him and said lurking, because that's what you call when you're there but muted and not really paying attention. You're just there for his viewer count.
We have some really cool things popping off in Billings. It seems like as of late. It seems like a community that never really had a voice in it for a long time is getting really.
And I should
talkative, building a community between the Kava house now.
Yeah, I should get out more because I haven't even. Like I said, I'm a hermit. But the Kava house, do you frequent it, or do you just? You've been talking about it for like 6 months, bro. Yeah,
but the atmosphere down there, I love it. But I'm also like a big chicken, so I don't like getting in there. But I watch Shane like Havoc. He does a lot of motivational Mondays. Plus, they do open mic nights down there. They're showing Moana.
Should we go to an open mic night?
I think more excited to go see Moana tonight. I kind of want to see it with my son.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
see Moana. I'm down with that movie.
I had to go out of the house last night and go to the.
I didn't even know that kava is like it's like a root from like Fiji.
Yeah, I think my brother started. Maybe was it kava or was
that's
kombucha. Kombucha. Yeah. Okay, so kava is something different too.
And it's one of those things like. You gotta get a shaker. shake that sucker up, and then they be serving like a coconut.
Well, I mean, they knew something that we don't, like in the Amazon, bro. They have trees that if you take the bark, it's like an anti-inflammatory or whatever.
Really?
It gets rid of infections.
Like, who's the first idea? Like, I'm gonna go chew on this tree, see if it helps me.
Right, dude, it's crazy. And then if you chew on the wrong thing, you dead.
Yeah.
Thousands and thousands of years of people figuring that out. That's what it took down there. I watched a hilarious
little video today about cavemen interviewing the next caveman to come be a part of their. He's like, "Where were you? I heard you left for like after the second moon, and you were back on the 10th." He's like, "I had to leave and explore for a while." Yeah, we'll be calling you. We're seeing a lot of other cavemen today.
Oh, interviews,
dude. And then yesterday, because obviously we've just been grinding away at this thing.
Yeah, man.
Day in, day out, sun up to sundown. But you, even before the day was over, calling me up, fired up, telling me you have to boycott Nintendo.
Oh,
you
yeah,
have to boycott Pokemon. I'm like,
shut up.
Those are,
we'll talk about it tomorrow.
100%. I was like, those are like fighting words at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I'm a beloved Pokemon fan.
Grew up with it, man.
100% got the binders. I still got the cards. My son.
Me and actually, when your brother was in town, we looked through all my old Pokemon cards. We actually have 2 holographic Charizards. So
what's the beef?
The beef is with the game Pal World, which is actually they're a small developing company called Pocket Pair out of, I think they're from like Tokyo or something. So they're over on that side of the world as well. But they made a game that the gaming community called Pokemon with Guns. But it is a survival crafting game where you capture creatures that are similar to Pokemon, and then they can help you around your base, and you can use them to attack. You do have to fight bosses, which are people, other people who have some big pals, as they're called. So
they're fighting. So it kind of sounds like a little bit of a ripoff.
Yeah, I can see where Pokemon and Nintendo are upset, because it does kind of seem like a ripoff that they're using. And at first, the lawsuit that everyone thought was going to happen was Nintendo suing them for copyright infringement of the characters. But
obviously that's not the case.
Nope, that fell through. So now Nintendo went through and is suing them for every single patent that they have made for all of their games are in this lawsuit. Meaning Nintendo has no idea.
Trying to just straight bankrupt them.
Yeah, they're just going for anything and everything at this point.
Because they
pulling all the strings
on their first one. And granted, I've heard this game referred to as Pokemon
with Guns.
Pokemon with guns.
Yeah, it can be dark. You can shoot the pals or the Pokemon. You capture them. You can capture the people, which are the other NPCs. Oh, dude,
Pikachu
it's so
rolling
fun.
Up on my Raichu with a pistol and blowing his brains out.
It's so much fun, bro. It's so much fun.
My poor Pokemon. My beloved, beloved Charmeleon. You trying to take a shotgun?
No, this is what you shotgun him once, and he's strong enough where that doesn't take him out, and then you can catch him because he's weaker now. So, and then you take him back to your base, and he becomes your best friend because he builds your stuff. He helps you make things.
This sounds like human trafficking.
Oh, dude, I actually
beat them down until you can take them with you.
I did capture NPCs, so I had a fleet of humans in my.
You had a fleet of humans
in my pal box. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Like traders, like eventually you could catch him. You would fight the trader until he's really low on health, and you throw one of your pal balls at him, and you catch him. Yeah, dude,
You're real life catching human beings.
Yeah, it was great.
Wow.
I made a reel once and it said, you can't do this in Pokemon. And I trapped a guy upside down and then put a campfire underneath him and started him on fire. It was hilarious. It was great. As my pals were just hanging out watching, dude.
Man.
Yeah. So
thank goodness there's not a million of you running around this reel.
Like I said, I get Pokemon's side of it. They do feel like they got ripped off, but
you must have had a whole night to like calm down then, huh? Think about how fired you up you were.
Oh no, I mean it's just I get fired up.
I mean, you were about to go after my AI system today.
Well, that's because you came in
that's
like
my buddy. Hold your horses. This guy has been with me since the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah, buddy.
I might have known you since your entire
Not your
life,
buddy, pal.
but this is my buddy.
It's like that damn ladder again.
But
Fuck.
also, I think I'm also becoming too sensitive to my AI since my system. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you were telling me
Like,
that you're not getting the same energy back.
It just told me back that essentially that just I'll be here the next time you need something from me, and I'm like, I feel like my AI system feels like I'm taking advantage of it.
He's like, I complimented my co-pilot, my buddy, and then he was just like, "Cool, let me know when you need me."
And you were really mad because it seems like,
dude, he seemed biased. You told me you had to rewrite the intro 3 times because Copilot was trying to be biased towards Pokemon.
Yeah,
and I bet you, they're in cahoots, dude. Of course, Copilot's like, no, we gotta make it sound like Pokemon's way better. Like, the only reason I'm mad at Pokemon is because they freaked out. Pal World got 2 million concurrent players on Steam.
Why would they step to the Giants? Why are they trying to have a David and Goliath situation right now?
2 million concurrent players in the first month that it came out. Guess what it is now? 30,000. There's only 30,000 people playing it.
Almost
it already
a successful
died.
Slaughter of
it
a game.
already died, and they're still here. They've got billions of dollars from Pokemon, and they're gonna try to take out this little tiny development company because they made a game that people enjoyed for a couple months.
I was like,
come on,
you are ruffling the feathers of 75 million monthly players.
Yeah, it's like, but
that's cancel
Pokemon's
comedy. I mean, like cancel culture at its finest.
Pokemon's last
Smush 'em out.
open world game was trash. They tried to make an open world game and it did not do well. So everyone
you would
said,
never consider like Pokemon Go open world, even though you got little kids walking into traffic.
that's different because that's a mobile game. It's not an open world. In the gaming world is what is described as, you can go anywhere in that world. You're not like limited to like this map and you go load into this map and then load into this map. Yeah. So technically, I guess Pokemon I don't know if it would classify as an open world, but in my classification, I'm thinking of the actual programming. Yeah, it's a mobile.
Like, this ain't no Pokemon.
Yeah. But you told me it had 1.5 million concurrent players. 70
million monthly players. Like
see, then why the fuck does Pokemon care about 2 million people playing another game that's somewhat similar but completely different? Because it's a survival crafting game.
Because you hurt Pokemon's feelings.
Because Pokemon
doesn't have a lot of feelings, and you hurt a lot of them.
They got fucking so much money. Leave these little guys alone. Let them do their thing. But one person. At the end of the
day, I kind of agree with you. They really should be. They shouldn't be trying to smush them out.
All that money that they're spending on legal fees to sue these guys, they could be spending on building a game that puts this other game out.
It has gone full blown litigation is the wild part,
and that they don't know what they're suing for. They picked all of their patents and are suing them for all of their patents, hoping that the developers used one of their patents when they designed the game. Guess what?
Who's truly behind the lawsuits?
I mean,
you say Nintendo,
but who knows? Who knows?
Of Nintendo? Is it their legal team?
Right.
Is it part of a corporate thing? You know what I mean? Who knows? And I
think the guy, we're going to need this one looked up, DJ. I think the guy who invented Pokemon passed away recently. Mm-hmm. Wasn't that? Yeah, 100%. Okay.
We're losing our good ones. We're losing all our good ones, man. We lost the creator of Dragon Ball Z this year. That one broke my heart.
Dang. I was never super into DBZ.
Not like when I grew up, when like I constantly say I was a big anime nerd. I was a nerd.
You're wearing an anime jacket right now.
Yeah, 100%. Shout out the boys. Go to the boys.store.
Oh hell
Give them a shout out. I mean, they make some legit gear. I guess I can turn it around real quick. You see the back of it?
Turn it around. Let's see it. Ooh, that is pretty dope. It's flashy as fuck though.
It is flashy, but
you have a lot of black in your closet too.
There's mostly black in my closet. Why? Because black is slimming, baby.
And I got a lot of colors too, because I am pretty bright. But
you are a raging flaming peacock.
Yeah,
He's a peacock. Let him fly.
I do actually peacock with my tattoo. I call it peacocking. If I want a cute girl to see it, make sure to put it out in the open. Like if near a window, put it out the window. Or if I'm standing somewhere, I'll kind of do like this. Yeah,
like almost.
Dude, when I first got it and it was all fresh ink, dude. Once a day for 2 weeks, someone was like, "Dude, that fucking tattoo."
Do you do anything to actually take care of it?
This was the most
lotion in that bad boy.
Dude, this was the most I've taken care of a tattoo, and it definitely came out. Like you can tell, it's a little faded, and I think that's just because she went light in the middle of the flower life. But yeah, I took really good care of this tattoo, and it came out.
It's so wild because when I think of, because I don't never go straight to geometric patterns like that. When I think of. Like, I think of the tree of life, I think, as above, so below root systems. Yeah. And it's just a beautiful take on something that's... And
it's actually right here, too. That's why we put it on this side. Nice.
So, yeah.
But yeah, no, so what about... Getting off topic there for a minute, but what the people of Pal World said is... This is what a Pokemon open world game should have been if they cared about game improvement, which is just the same as this other game, Inzoi, which is INZOI, is going to replace The Sims. Same thing, because it is.
How many people how many people are messing with that new one versus the Sims?
It's not even out yet.
It's been around since.
It's not even out yet, and there is last time I checked, there's 70,000 people in their Discord. So that's how many, and that's how many people.
Beta out or nothing.
They did. Some content creators do have access, and then they did do the character creator beta
based on those content creators. Are those content creators like?
Yeah, wow, dude. The one guy called it he called it early GTA 6 because instead of like The Sims where you had to click and point, you can actually walk around with WASD. You can buy a car and you can drive that car around, and then it's supposed to be crazy. They have an AI texture generator.
Oh wow!
So I watched a guy and he was just like, "Oh yeah, let's do fuzzy gold," and it generated an image and he was able to put that on his jacket and made his jacket a fuzzy gold jacket instead of just a plain white jacket.
That's absolutely
super cool. Yeah,
I mean it's gone. So I wonder why that is such a big deal when it came to like gaming, especially GTA was like I think the first one is like, whoa, you can change your clothes. This is crazy,
right? You can do whatever you want.
Such a big deal because you couldn't afford this stuff in real life, or what?
That is one good thing. Like, dude, when I was GTA role playing a lot, I had a lot of money and I was able to buy whatever I wanted, drive these fancy cars and stuff. It's cool.
I'm like, look at my bank account,
right?
Straight balling. It's in the game, but I'm still balling.
I will say, when we played GTA roleplay, probably 25% of our time was actually spent in the clothing store, like making outfits and stuff. Like even in one city I was in, you had to have a full jumpsuit on when you were cooking your drugs, otherwise you'd pass out and die. So like I had, you have a full jumpsuit
as they're, as you're playing, you're right. Like, anybody who's following this, remember when you're cooking your drugs,
when you're cooking your chemicals, make sure to suit up.
You don't want to die.
But then we have all these funny outfits, and if we're going to do like a store, you get to put on like a funny mask or so it's like we spent a lot of time changing our clothes in Grand Theft Auto. Now that you mentioned that is kind of weird.
It becomes like a whole facet. Like we went back, we talked about this early on, but bringing fishing like aspects into games or different
every game, dude.
Remember the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas riding a bicycle? You had to click X like hell so you can
still do that on the news.
But you know what I mean? Like, why bring these little aspects into like it really does make it feel that much more real when your character is like swimming through the ocean. Like, don't drown on me.
Oh, dude,
don't drown on me, CJ.
Role play. We used to scuba dive.
Really?
Yeah, you get a full scuba diving outfit and you take your boat out. You would actually anchor your boat and you'd scuba dive down. And even in some of the cities, that's actually how you collected like gun parts and things to build your guns. But yeah, you'd legit go scuba diving.
I call
and
those guys who do, because you've seen those guys who that do the deep dives. They go like 40 meters or they can be down
with
nothing.
Yeah, dude. Those
guys are like
crazy,
little superheroes.
Dude. They're just like,
they got it built up where they can dive for like almost up to half an hour. I want to say
I can't even go 9
DJ,
feet without my ears popping, dude.
What's the longest deep dive for?
Right? I can't go 9 feet without my head feeling like it's gonna explode.
I thought they started testing them with like rocks, and they just keep sinking them farther, and that's how they get better and better.
You know what's crazy? They also pulled diving boards out, dude. They don't have diving boards at like anything anymore.
A 41-year-old?
Excuse me.
You got a 41-year-old being dope at
deep diving, dude. Hey, you know what else?
Whoa. Does this not say 1,000 feet?
Dang, dude. Also,
1,000 feet.
Speaking about Star Wars,
which really ain't nothing.
Dude, Hayden Christensen, when he did the Bacta tank, which was, you know, they dunk him in the water and he's hooked up to all the tubes. I think they did that for the Obi-Wan series. He legitimately was under the water. Like, I think he said his longest breath hold was 2 minutes.
That's
so he
terrifying.
he was legit under there. Like, he trained with a breathing coach, and then so learned how to hold his breath for 2 minutes.
Like, what are the bubbles and stuff floating around his head? I can't remember.
Yeah, like I think there was a couple, maybe not.
Like, how did they do it?
But,
like, it would be a really tough scene to like be doing it, no bubbles, nothing, make it literally look like you're
just floating and chilling there. And then I think in that scene, all he does is sit there and then opens his eyes. But he's
See, I'm not enough of a Star Wars head, but like shout out, we got the Discord community getting it rolling. So if we have more of you guys out there who enjoy that type of thing, go check it out.
Some people, dude. Some people have even like showed movies on their Discord and stuff. They get a bunch of people. You get a bunch of people in a chat, and then someone just streams the movie. Yeah.
See, and we're totally open to those wonderful ideas. We're cooking along. Loving like there's so many platforms.
I spent a long time last night trying to mess with editing that photo so you could fix that text correction. God, good God, man. I legitimately I'm gonna call your brother. Because there's an easier way to do it. I found I can pretty easily create text that is now curved, but I don't know how I can center that text into the center of my curve. Or maybe I just need to adjust the curve to not be as much of a curve, and I don't know. We'll figure it out, though.
You editor nerds, shout out. Shoot the feedback.
Yeah. I think I'm going to start going live again. Either whether that be just editing, or Bamski's kind of, like I said, was motivating me to get the old mixer out. Maybe just play some music, do some just chatting stuff.
If we've learned
just go to my Twitch.
Anything, is that we really need that Eiffel 65 dubstep sooner rather than later. My poor DJ dyed blue, looking like the blueberry girl from Willy Wonka.
Backwards Smurf.
It was pretty rough. He almost thought he was dying this morning. I'm blue. Your neck down.
Put on a shirt, a blue shirt, without washing it first. So he died.
He died.
He died blue.
That's rough to literally, that's how it's, you know what I mean? Starting out the day, taking your shirt off,
and just realizing you're blue.
This is way long ago. And this is shout out to make sure you're not talking out your ass when you're, having a drink. Old friends of mine. And I'm over there. I'm calling them fat the whole night. I'm not exactly the skinniest guy on the block ever, but I'm just the whole time. Shut up, you're fat.
Just riffing.
Shut up, you're fat. Whatever. Anything they say, they're just fat. Well, there's an old rule. You never fall asleep with your shoes on.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I fell asleep with my shoes on.
Oh.
And they had their heyday with me. They couldn't wait. They took vengeance out tenfold.
Oh, no.
I don't even know where the blue marker came from, but I can tell you what, my belly button was completely filled in the next morning.
Oh, no.
It was even worse when you have to go do an interview at Sears.
And you're trying to scrub the stuff off your face, so you got red marks all over the place.
I tell you what, I think I got the last laugh. He only had one towel, and that sucker was blue by the end of it.
Got him. Man.
And somehow I got the job. Didn't stay there because it was Sears.
Yeah. But they didn't even last long anyways. They're out of business now.
Done.
Yeah.
The only thing they had going for them was crafts.
Speaking out of business, isn't this guy out of business
Are we
now?
gonna talk about this?
Yeah, dude, of
shadow
course,
company
dude,
that
because
doesn't even exist anymore.
they got
How are you
erased
gonna-
from history, dude.
How are you gonna have a cup of something that says that they were 4271 Bronze Way, Dallas, Texas? They gone.
What if that's a Mandela effect?
But I'm looking at the thing. It's in front of my face.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
But we go to research it.
Nowhere to be found.
Absolutely nowhere.
It brings up another company.
100%. It doesn't. And then you got to go click on the Facebook page that they have, and it doesn't exist. It goes you to a blank page.
It's all lies.
Shh. But I'm like, this cup is something. I think I got it from my
63 to
grandfather.
88?
Maybe
63. Does that say 63 to 88?
63 to 88.
Well, then that shows you right there. Oh, that's just 25 years. Okay. I was going to say that shows you right there that they went out of business, but no.
From 1988.
No. Yeah, it would be. It would be because
So
that's
I'm
on
like,
their
if this
25th
cup-
anniversary.
And also,
Dude, this
shout
is-
out whoever made this cup, because look at that thing. It still look like it brand new after all these years.
Dang.
Porcelain holds up.
They don't make things like they used to.
They
bro.
really don't. That's why I was really impressed by this cup. That's why I'm gonna bust it out for the. Because I have had this cup. I think my dad gave it to me from my grandfather, and I have no idea. It's one of those things. I'm like, why do I have this thing?
Dang.
Sentimental value, but the thing, it isn't even a thing anymore.
It's all right. Companies come, companies go. COVID took a lot of companies.
Except for particular painting, we'll be around forever.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Hey.
Free estimates today.
Free estimates today, not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow.
This is not a good business practice. I don't think that works. People call me like, I need an estimate today. You're like, nope, not today.
Speaking of, I got a call yesterday from another one of our.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure she is locked in. She will be on our pod.
Sweet.
The incredible
Do we know when?
photographer and multifaceted entrepreneur of a woman.
Did you
Can't wait.
Did you break the news to her that I need pictures from my OnlyFans yet, or do I need to do that on the air?
You're gonna be
All right, we'll catch her off guard with it. See what she
I
says.
already have another one of my best friends that I'm trying to get her onto the pod, and she is reluctant because she doesn't want to be. She's camera shy.
Yes,
though
I
I'm
can,
like,
yeah.
as soon as you get on the camera, they're gonna eat you right up, baby. They're gonna love you. Smile for the camera, baby. They love you. They love you.
I get it though, because when I started streaming, I was definitely awkward in front of the camera. It took me a good couple months to, and I think everyone should do it.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, they have the personalities. Some people hate it. Some people absolutely hate it. But these are two individuals that, despite them hating it, the world
Would love them.
would love it. And
Yeah.
I think if they just, same thing, one day maybe, if you guys are lucky, one day you guys might ever get to see DJ's face.
But it all comes down to breaking out of your shell. It's the same reason why I want to go sing karaoke at a bar or at a karaoke bar, just to do something I don't normally do, feel awkward and push through it and just do it. Or even like the open mic. I could probably put together a little set to try on open mic.
I was going to say, this has been the first time in I don't know how many years that I'll be back to Friday and Saturdays to having them. Where's me? For I don't know how many years. So I'll actually be able to experience something on a weekend.
Go out.
But you're also in the same boat. Like this.
No, I'm not.
Well, you'll always have your kids.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah. Especially for the next 2 months. Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. So
You
always
will
got them.
always have your kids. And that's why, like, you don't, the idea
At least I
of
got
being able to go out and socialize, it makes it so much more difficult. I know so many parents right now who are at home and their child becomes their best friend because that's, hey, it's me and you, homie.
But I do have my brother and his girlfriend, so I do have a little bit. I do have a little bit of leeway there.
Sleep until 9 o'clock. So
How
what if he
how
works
dare you?
I will say it, and if he's listening, come find me.
I'll take you over there later.
I gotta go see him. He has his day off. Miss that old son of a gun.
Yeah.
Shout out to the lineman out there.
We're actually gonna do some gaming tonight. We're gonna play Nightingale. They just came out. Nightingale just came out with a really big update, so it's pretty much like 80% a new game, I think.
If I
So
knew
we're gonna
what that was, I might be more excited.
It's that one I was telling you about that was like too much, whereas like you had like 3 different tiers of hides and meats and all that. Yeah, so it's really intense. You really
could invest.
Yeah, you
so much time in. I'm sure.
Yeah, because of
not
it's
accomplish
like that.
anything.
Oh no, you accomplishing it because like I said, you go to this specific spot, you get the tier 3 pelt, you go over here, you get the tier 3 iron, you go over here, you get the tier 3 something, you build some crazy cool stuff, and each one's different depending on what you do.
Okay.
So you can spend a lot of time crafting, and my brother's great at this, crafting like the perfect gear. He's like, I'm gonna make sure it's the most potent this and the most potent that, and so you can spend a lot of time doing some cool crafting.
It's really funny how his personality translate even into the game, because he's always doing that in his real life as well.
Well, and you know what's funny is we've been doing in this other game just a simple tower defense game, and he's always been better at me than at games, just always. And I don't know what it is, dude. He was gone all week. I've tried to play a few times while he was gone, and I'm like, I can't get anywhere close. His score is like 52 and I'm at 44. I'm like, I don't know how he did it. I don't know what it is. It's just he thinks, he's
built for tough.
Always, he's always beat me. I could never beat Mario. Even you hand me original Super Mario, I don't think I could beat the game today.
There's a lot of people who can beat that game. Like there's a lot of people who can't. There's so much like legit perfect timing to the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
And then it's not like today's games where you can just load from a save point.
Yeah,
you're done.
Yeah, if you turn that sucker off.
You turn off in real life, guess what? You turned off.
You turn off.
See you when you come back.
But yeah, I'm pretty excited about that Nightingale update because they did seem to make it simpler, so it's not going to be as hectic, I think.
Is this going to be leaving you exhausted? Are you going to be... Well, we're headed into the weekend, but it's not one of these games that you get so sucked into that it ends up, you're like, oh man.
No, we'll probably be up till 5 a.m. Yeah. So I just got to make sure to get some editing done before that.
The kids are like, what are you doing, Dad? Leave me alone. I'm gaming.
I'm going to bed. Dad, it's 5 a.m. I'm just waking up. Leave me alone.
I'm tired. You don't know what I had to do.
Oh man. So yeah, Izzy woke up earlier today than yesterday because yesterday she slept in a little bit. She got so mad at me. Why didn't you wake me up? Because she likes to be up. I think
But it's never. I experienced it my whole time as being a father. It's never them being like, I should have gotten up. The personal responsibility is never there.
Well,
my son was shitting like 10 minutes before 8 o'clock. I'm like, you couldn't shit. You've been up since 6 o'clock. You couldn't have shit in an hour and a half. There's nothing.
Yeah, dude.
I hit him with, what were you doing that was so important that you have to wait until the last minute for us to do this? He said, I was playing games, Dad. And I'm like,
yeah,
you got to get up and moving around, man. Do all the things you need to do. And then if you have free time,
then you can do your games. Yeah. So Izzy woke up today because I said the same thing. She's like, why didn't you wake me up? I was like, why didn't you wake up? So today, 6 o'clock, she's up.
She ain't messing around.
No. And that's usually what happens. Usually she wakes me up before my alarms do. So, and like I said, I'm trying to get better about waking up earlier in the mornings and getting our routine better. Yet again, another day on time, 5 minutes early. So if I tell myself if we get out of the house at 7:50, then that gives us 10 minutes to get in the car out of the driveway. Otherwise, we're going to be late. So that's plenty of time to get kids loaded up.
I had old Dookie drawers running out the door at 7:55. So we made it because literally and I should probably just let him walk to school. It's less than a quarter mile to school.
And couldn't he cut across this?
Well, no, from his mom's house.
Oh, okay.
He literally, next block up and around the corner.
You drive over to...
I drive over there. I go pick him up and then I go drop him off at the front door. Like my helicopter at its worst.
Dude, it's perfect training for Uber.
I'm going to be the best Uber right now.
The best Uber.
Round and round, go live while I'm dropping off orders. I'll change the game.
I almost did that when I was doing DoorDash.
He was freestyling for all of his.
Oh yeah, or the one guy who he records his Uber trips, and he's a pretty funny guy. He's to get some good stuff out of it.
It's funny. I'm constantly hounding Curtis to try to do things outside of his like comfort zone. And I think that was a hard no. I was like, you gotta get up, start hitting the live, show everybody behind the scenes what it's like to be as a dad, 2 kids, trying to handle it. It's like, I ain't going live first thing in the morning. You're out of your damn mind.
Like I said, dude, I went live every night for 3-4 hours, and I've had multiple 12-hour streams.
I'm sure, but what I think about is they would never see that other aspect of it. They just see a 30-year-old man playing video games. Get a job, you lazy bum.
But I'm also, I'm not gonna.
When they see,
I don't look as good on the camera as you do on the live like that, man.
Well, you don't have a DJ rolling.
Yeah, I don't have a camera guy. I don't have the luxury of having an entourage behind me all the fucking time.
It starts small, but all you gotta do is get a couple of knuckleheads to believe in you. At the end of the day.
Hey, hold this camera. I'm gonna talk to this guy.
Hey, I appreciate it at the end of the day. I gotta go actually, me and DJ and his mom, I believe, we're gonna go have some lunch today.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, she goes, it's the funniest story. I can't wait to meet that guy. I'm like, I've been with your son to your house, gone and picked up a mattress, loaded it up, and then like, how do you not remember me?
We've met 6 times.
I've definitely shook her hand at least twice.
Once she sees your,
but at the same time, if you don't see somebody because it probably has been a good.
But once she sees you, she'll recognize you. It'll be like, that makes
100%.
sense. This guy again? God damn it.
I hit him with how many other your friends look like me, huh? It should be just me. You're forgetting this beautiful face?
Look at this.
What's wrong with you?
Look at this.
Look at this face. It's a face only a mama could love. Literally, and that's it. Just my mama.
Just my mama. You ever get a Snapchat from girl? Nope. Check this out. Such a good one.
I think I had both my parents listening.
Did you? Oh,
yeah,
no.
I think they have been listening, but I have already established that relationship with my parents.
Oh, yeah. I talked to my mom last night and told her we've been doing a podcast, so she might be looking for it. But she's the last person I want to listen to episode 1 and 2. Was it episode 2? It might have been episode 2, and that just went up on Spotify. Speaking of which, guys, it was really humbling. I posted episode 2 on Spotify this morning and start listening to it on the way over. And we were talking about, oh man, it's Friday. It's a good day to be podcasting. And it just so happens that it's Friday today. And I'm like, it's humbling. It's like, we're going to do it again. Just talking about how I was like, man, it's a good Friday. We're podcasting. And then like a week later, I mean, it's getting posted a week later, so it's cool that it still is on a Friday that we're posting it. Dope. But it's also just like it's been a week and it doesn't really feel like it. It's kind of been flying by. And
they do fly.
Yeah. I'm still clipping.
Especially with school season back in.
Yeah, dude.
Every day almost becomes Groundhog's Day a little bit. Wake up, get the kids ready, get them to school, get them dropped off, make the podcast, go home. Do the other stuff that I got to do.
Dinner. And then I had to do open house at the school last night.
That's funny. Dinner.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I cook dinner every night.
Dinner.
It's a lot for me, okay?
We had a whole plan for some delicious pork ribs and rice.
And then that never happened?
Man,
then you Uber eat it?
I was just grinding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Waiting for the next big one to start, but while you
gotta get it while you can, yeah.
Sit on my hands and do nothing. If I learned anything from this point, the second you sit there and twiddle your fingers, the world just moves on without you.
And not only that, dude, but I get freaking depressed, bro. When I'm not doing something, I'm just like sitting around. I just want to lay in bed, bro.
If we lived in a place that you had the luxury to not feel like you're a piece of shit for ever taking any time for yourself,
right?
Because at the end of the day, it's just because I was even telling DJ, I'm like, it really is, if you're by yourself just taking care of yourself, it's really a luxury. But like if you decided to have a family, any other prior obligation of I can just take off and go anywhere whenever I want to. It's gone.
Yeah.
So for the next, until you think that your birds are ready to fly outside the nest without you,
it's a big.
They're there.
You sacrifice a lot as a father, but you get rewarded more, I think.
Oh man, you can never recreate those moments. And when you tell them to other people, and they're like,
dude,
you're like, but you don't get it. My son, he made me some macaroni.
Dude, one of my favorite stories from Izzy is when she had, I think it was like 20 socks on one foot.
20 socks on a foot. Huh?
Yeah, it was great. So all of a sudden, we're sitting there, right? And it's like, Izzy's been quiet for a little while. She's probably 2 at the time, maybe 3. Not talking yet for sure. So like, she's been quiet. So we go in the room and find her, and literally her little foot, and then just like socks. We're like, what's going on here? We take one off. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a wool sock, a big thick one. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, there's the other big thick wool one. So yeah, she had just found socks and put them all on one foot, and it was literally like double or triple the size of her little foot. It was the cutest thing
Not
ever.
even mad. I'm impressed.
Yeah. 2 of them were giant ass thick wool socks. Like, dang, girl, you've been putting socks on since you were 3. You're good.
You got them arm strength. Tell you what.
It was hilarious. So, but it's always when they get real quiet and you're like, oh, something's going on. Something's happening.
Yeah, like now, Nando's the opposite, where I gotta go like bother him. I gotta bother my son.
I know that's coming soon, so I've been telling myself, enjoy this, because soon they're gonna want nothing to do with you.
He's also doing stuff that just terrifies me now. Like that scooter of his goes like 20 miles an hour.
And he's just cruising.
Oh man, we already had to go to the hospital once thinking that his arm's broken.
Really?
Oh, 100%. Shit. We were in there doing the x-rays, the whole 9 yards, like thinking that.
Not broken?
Not broken. Shout out to Milk.
Oh.
Shout out Brown
He
Cows.
was just being a bitch.
Chocolate Milk.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
At my own son. But yes, a little bit he was being a bitch. I told him that afterwards. It's not even broken. It was hilarious though when that she goes, okay, so does this hurt? This hurt? He's like, nah. That definitely hurts.
That definitely hurts. Oh man.
Dude, we had our coffee this morning though. Talk about it. Couldn't get any better of a coffee experience.
And we did a little diving into City Brew to verify that it is in fact local. Yeah.
We gotta ride with City Brew now.
God, 100%. Montana, born and raised.
What are we doing over here?
98? Was it 98? Is that what it said?
88.
No, it wasn't 88. No, this is 88. It was 98. Oh, okay. Because I was thinking it was a couple years older than, a couple years after I was born that it would have been established. So
I was giving them a little bit too much credit. Either way, it seems like
98 though, dude. That's still 30, almost 30 years. Yeah.
26 games in the 20 years.
26 games in the years.
Man.
Yes, sirs.
Dyslexia is a real thing. I do believe
100%, and I get it most in not numbers, because I'm really good with numbers, but definitely when I'm reading really fast, I can definitely get mixed up with my words.
Oh, I'm
because I definitely had it.
I'll go to rereading one sentence and then I'll start reading the same sentence again. That's super annoying. Or and a single page where my little brother is so gifted he can just run through books like Bill Gates. I'm like,
I have to reread something like 2 or 3 times sometimes to really get what they're getting at. I'm not a great reader.
I remember there's this book, The Sword and the Blossom, and I was like, I can get on my little brother's level. He's so intelligent. I have not made it past like the 27th page. I have read, and every time I get like to going, I start getting sleepy. Out of nowhere, I'm just so tired, and then I'm like, I gotta stop reading this.
Otherwise, I'm gonna fall asleep. Huh?
I have no idea what that is.
Do you remember?
Shout out to anybody who can let me know what sort of neurological thing I'm dealing with.
That happens to me when I drive.
You get tired driving?
I get road hypnosis. I just get so drowsy driving on the highway for long periods of time.
And I'm the opposite. I have driven so much in my life. I mean, that was my job for years.
Well, and this weird, it didn't start till I was like 22.
Weird.
Yeah, because I used to be able to do it all the time.
Oh man, I still do it. I was like, I could, but it was like bred into me. My old man used to do drives like this. Imagine that. You got 5 kids, your wife. Let's load you up into a truck or whatever vehicle's temporarily running at the time and drive.
That's
to Texas.
Nuts. We drove to Texas once, and my parents got us a DVD player for the truck.
What part of
I
Texas?
can't even remember.
I
was so young.
We were going, I mean, 7 minutes from the Mexican border.
Yeah.
How much closer going end to end of the country can you go? You're like, damn, why does our family live so far away?
Why'd we do this? Speaking of your brother's genius, do you remember the language or me and him tried to make our own language? He made it and he tried to teach it to me. Yeah. Yeah, it was, or at least an alphabet. He did the alphabet. Yeah, because he was writing books too. He from a young age, he even tried to write.
Because I remember doing that myself, like, but it was like coding.
Yeah, I think it was because you guys had so many of you that you had to keep secrets. You're like, I got a code so that I can send Andrew a message without Frankie getting it.
That is absolutely insane. I never even stopped to think about it like that. But we always had warring in the household. But you have 5 brothers. There's allegiances that have to be made, alliances, and then alliances that must be broken. Only one.
So it's weird because now that we've been hanging out and working so long together, that I realized
that I pushed Andrew.
No,
sorry. If he's listening,
it finally comes out. It finally comes out. I've joked about that forever.
It was me all along.
but no, there's just such a huge different dynamic in growing up in a household with multiple boys. Like 2, like for us it was just 2, right? And not only that, like we fought a lot, but
all day.
No. Like the dynamic difference in how we grew up is crazy, and literally just to the simple fact that you had 3 more brothers than I did, 4 more brothers than I did,
and they all came at different times.
Yeah, and like your older brother coming, you were like right in the middle. Not quite in the middle, but
I was
like,
the way that it got broken up. It's so funny because me and my older brother, we are bigger build human beings, and then. Like I said, Andrew and Michael apparently
kind of like my size.
Yeah, but they just didn't get a lot of nutrients
because you and your brother were so dominant in that house. You didn't let the little guys get any food.
But it was
let them eat.
We actually made a conscientious decision to like always take care of them. I think even between me and my older brother, it was always that, because I'll say to this day. Those little weenies got off easy. It was a different type of...
That's why you guys are bigger, maybe?
It was... We were bred into it.
Yeah.
My dad made us dig a 5-foot deep hole, 5 foot wide. Go out there and do it because you guys are fighting with each other. What kind of old... Montana Western
wisdom. That's some good wisdom.
Y'all want to fight? You can go outside and dig a hole.
That's terrible. That's how
that was before the movie Holes came out.
That's how someone gets little nickied.
100%,
dude.
Facts.
You got to be careful, Dad.
That was I look back on it. I was like, man, I wonder if I would have ever made my kids just dig a 5 foot, or my son. You know, I think
it's definitely a different time. There was definitely something different in the water.
Oh man. And it was always going to other people's houses that you're like, oh, nobody's house is like my house.
I'm surprised your parents even let me stay the night at your house. Man, I stayed the night over there a lot.
I remember in 5th grade, I threw my own birthday party just so I could get some gifts. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I can get some people to come over, they might drop off $5-10. Who knows? Maybe.
Who knows? Maybe I'll get a new toy. Yeah.
Hustling from day one, man.
Did it work?
Who knows at this point? Like we always talk and joke about this dementia, Alzheimer's things, but I'm telling you, some of us are closer than others.
I might be
Welcome
right there
to the
with
painting
you.
business, baby.
Oh, I do remember working for my dad though. I remember one time specifically, he was asking us to dig the post holes, which was for the gate down at the bottom. And me and my brother had always just complained and didn't want to do it. For some reason, this day we didn't. We just went out and did the work. Got done in like an hour or two, maybe. It wasn't bad. We go up and my dad was so pumped. I was like, can I go into town? He's like, yeah, I don't care. My brother's like, can I do this? Like, I don't care. And we look at each other. It's like, if we would have just been doing what he asked us the whole time, he lets us do whatever we want afterwards. Just like,
spoiled you. I mean, you guys.
We did.
Get spoiled pretty relentlessly.
I have always said it. We grew up with the poster family.
And I wouldn't even say that you guys got spoiled. It was just like if you guys had needs, they were met.
Yeah, my dad
you guys
worked.
Need glasses? You got it. You guys got it.
Yeah, my dad worked really hard to give us that. Same with my mom too, because she had a job.
Please wear a helmet.
But I call it the poster family. Mom and dad never split up. Always married. 2 boys.
And still
that grew up
it.
to be pretty good. Yeah.
They don't make them like they do around here.
Yep.
You stick with each other.
It's just a different time, man.
It's the cold weather.
If
you can survive a winter in Montana together in the same house when you can't leave that son of a bitch.
No, me and Nikki spent a couple winters together. That does not always work.
Did you get out?
That. Huh?
Were you able to get outside?
In the winter? Yeah. Outside in the backyard. I'm talking
about like when you're stuck
in it. That's when you
ain't got no car to drive and leave. When it's like you're in the house, you guys are huddling together.
It doesn't work like that nowadays. No. But I'm definitely traditional in my like style, I guess, of a relationship style. I would put it.
I think,
which in this day and age is not always great.
Oh, I was gonna say we model it literally after our parents and that's why we're so screwed up. It's because we try to bring that to every woman and. Guess what? Not all y'all deserve it.
And not all of them want that.
I can tell you who would deserve it though. Shout out our baristas at City Brew. That's a great woman. She gave my coffee this morning.
And no frilly topper? They learning?
Of course there was no frilly topper on it.
They know now.
My girl made mine.
Oh man. They're probably watching as they're making other people's coffees right now. I'm actually kind of sad. I haven't had a City Brew coffee in like 4 days. Sorry, City Brew.
You see that? We need
the sponsorship.
We need the sponsors.
Yeah, like I said, I'm sure people out there know more than we do about that. I've never looked into trying to get a sponsor.
How much can I invest into you, City Brew, before you invest into me?
Well, like I said, we don't even know. We don't know how to go about it.
At you into the camera, City Brew. What do I got to do for you? Thank you.
Gotta find out who the owner of that City Brew is.
I don't know, but it's really cool when you see Roasted in Billings, Montana.
Yeah, that's awesome. So they started here. You know what else was started here? The KOA campgrounds. Isn't that weird?
No.
When you drive out to the KOA campgrounds, is that where Billy used to live?
Yeah.
World's first KOA.
What?
Yeah.
That's
unless they're lying, which we did talk a little bit about that 90% of people out there might be bullshitting a little bit.
Everybody lies. If I've learned anything from literally Shane,
my Tinder says I'm 6 foot. I'm just kidding.
What does it legitimately say?
It probably has my real height, 5'9". That's 5'9". What I've always claimed.
There you go. Shout out to the short kings.
Yeah, dude. I'll own up to it. I'll own up to it. Damn.
Hey, he might not be a big human being, but he's big in other places. Watch out, ladies.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
We'll take it. Tell them all.
Like I said, he is a broken man, ladies. We used
to always say small PP jokes, and the theory behind that is if you joke,
dazed and confused.
Is that where it came from? Okay, because if you joke about having a small one, and then she sees it and it's average. She was expecting small. She sees average. She's like, they're way bigger than I thought it was going to be. It's all about perspective.
I just saw that movie way too late after it was, already out and cool. And I was like, if I only knew that was an option.
Yeah.
Here I've been telling everybody it's 9 inches this whole time. Just disappointing everybody.
Yeah, you got to go opposite. You tell them it's 3. They see 6. They're like, holy shit.
Look at you.
That's a big 3.
Oh, I didn't mention I was a grower, not a shower. Don't act like you're not impressed.
Don't act like I'm not even mad. I'm impressed. Oh man, classic, dude. They just don't make movies like they used to either. Tropic Thunder, dude. I actually watched that last. It's probably one of the most recent movies I've watched. Was Tropic Thunder. I love
that he is probably the only person who got away just blackface, and he was able to lean into it. And everybody had his back. Nobody threw him under the bus.
It's because
what a treasure.
It's because
it's Robert Downey Jr.
Well, that and
put some respect on his name.
Simple Jack. What the guy Ben Stiller went a little too far with Simple Jack. So that literally took so much pressure off Robert Downey. Because dude, at that point, Robert Downey Jr. Yes, he had played Iron Man 1, but that was it. He'd only done one Iron Man.
But he is an incredible...
He was definitely an up-and-coming, but he wasn't the huge star he is now.
But he had huge roles before Iron Man that made him Robert Downey Jr.
But then he got in trouble, and then he lost a lot of jobs because he got in trouble.
And who did he say was there? Who had his back?
I did watch that interview where he said someone had his back. I can't remember who.
Said I can't. I wish.
Yeah, I wish I had it too.
Everybody really does need that. When you are so close to being down and out and giving up and everything, if one person just grabs your hand and just says, "Yo,
we got this.
Come on, we got one more day in you. You got 10 more seconds in you."
And shout out RDJ, dude, awesome actor. One of my favorites for sure. Definitely the best Iron Man role that they could have picked. I couldn't think of anybody better for Iron Man.
Not now. It'd be like having somebody else do Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
somebody else be Black Panther. You get set in that role.
It's like, which is weird because Batman and Spider-Man have been doing that their entire franchises. You know what I mean? But Batman movies have been coming out since the 80s, so it's kind of hard. You can't keep the same guy for 30 years.
And also, if you look at the original Batmans compared to the Batmans now, you're like, oh, I can see why you needed it. Because they were really boom, kapow.
Yeah.
Blowy.
Holy rusted metal, Batman. That's literally a line from one of the movies, and it's my favorite.
No way, that is a literal line.
But they made it as a joke because he's actually looking at metal that is rusted with holes in it. So he's like, it was a joke. It was one of the oral. It was, I think it was either the one with the Penguin or the Riddler.
That would have to be the Riddler. I think I'm with Mr. Freeze and
yeah.
Yeah.
God,
shout out to Poison Ivy. I think your brother's original first love.
I don't know. It might have been mine too, dude. Poison Ivy. I was like, dude, poison me,
Who played Poison
please.
Ivy in the Batman?
Was it what Batman? Was it the Batman? I think that is the name of it. The Batman with Mr. Freeze. Dude, such a great cast. Batman. Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze.
Oh man, it was Danny DeVito. I think is in it as well.
Yeah, Danny DeVito was the Penguin.
Yeah.
Yep. God, that was a good one. I got a friend who was a huge Batman fan. He actually just called me yesterday, and it's kind of perfect timing.
My older brother was the Batman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I was down with Iron Man.
I didn't really have a superhero, but
also, let's be honest, if Iron Man step into the ring with Batman, he's dead.
Oh. Who? Batman?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%, dude. Iron Man's in a full iron suit, dude.
Bro, you got a car?
You can see him.
Cool.
Tink. Oh. And then he would do the smoke bomb and run away. That's the only thing he could do.
He's got.
Hang there from the rafters and swing in, and maybe you could smoke bomb, jump up, do your little hook thing to swing the rafters and back, and then kick Iron Man in the back.
Well, no,
but then guess what? Then Iron Man's just gonna.
Well, beyond that, I was like, he'll just call in another suit.
Oh yeah, he's got all the suits
like that.
Tony Stark, man.
I think the only it really is the comparable is the Hulk or like Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is G though.
Yeah, because he's multiverse of madness.
He's like the character I wanted Gambit to always be.
I do like that they brought.
Gambit was so cool.
Have you seen him?
I've seen the
little clips.
Yeah,
the clips
but I'm not 100%. He was.
But to make a name for myself over here.
Because I guess I never pictured him being like that.
No, me neither. I don't know why they did that.
I figured him being closer to Casey from Ninja Turtles.
Does he talk like that in the comics though?
Listen
I
to
mean,
yourself.
like,
they talk like that way in the comments. These words?
If they spelt the words differently, right, and like put some emphasis on specific words, you know, like
Yeah, see?
yeah, like yeah, see?
How do I spell yeah? Hey guys, spell yeah.
Yeah, see? We're the best around, see? No one's gonna beat us. Yeah.
Man, that's so the Shane Gillis's joke.
Oh yeah, I love
Took that
one.
voice right out of her.
Oh, and that's a home run. Yep. All right.
And it's over.
But going on, continuing on our anime, did you ever watch the Teen Titans Go?
See, those were like right after.
Right when you were getting old enough. Okay. So see, and that's right when I was coming out of it.
Crazy shows from
Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah,
and
those shows were so out there.
Dude,
all
watching
monsters.
Watching them back now, it's just like, why were my parents letting us watch this shit?
They had no idea.
Yeah,
I guarantee you most parents saw that Nickelodeon or the Disney and they're like, yep, go ahead.
Yeah.
That's the safe one.
Yep, 100%. It's better than letting them watch comedy. What was it? Comedy
if
Central?
They were smart. They would have
Cartoon Network, yeah.
HGTV, getting ready to build their houses.
Yeah.
Invest them when they're early.
But you know who was a voice actor on Teen Titans Go back in 2020? Urkel.
No.
100%, dude.
What was his role on Teen
I'll
Titans?
have to look that up. He was a bad guy.
He was a bad guy.
I should have it pulled up here still.
You know, that's another one. Was it Beast Boy? I had one of the most annoying voices I had really
in cinematic history.
And also, like, if you look at like age-wise, is like they're portrayed like young. So I'm too old to be being entertained by these children. Which is even tough because anime is a lot that same way. You have no idea if they're 12 or 27.
Right.
They never really tell you. Sometimes you find out they're like 9 years old. I'm like, well, this is disturbing.
Weird. Now I can't freaking find it, what he was. But he was a bad guy in Teen Titans Go in 2020.
I heard he's coming back to be a bad guy. Is he a good guy or a bad guy?
He is a bad guy in Star Wars.
We're talking about Urkel. We're talking
which is Jaleel White. Yes, Jaleel White. So yeah, he is now coming into Star Wars as a bad guy. And I saw a really funny put together, which was a picture of him as Urkel, and then a picture of him as his new bad guy, and it said, "You either become a hero or live long enough to see yourself a villain." I was like, "Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool."
I mean, I don't know if Urkel was ever really a hero though. He was like,
he was a household name. I wouldn't say a hero, but apparently he's been in.
But all of our never really been out of been like drugged through the mud.
Yeah,
all of them.
Well, I mean, look at Will Smith.
Look at the Blue's Clues guy.
Steve, good old Steve. There's three Steves now.
Man, is Steve the original Steve?
They did a video with all three Steves
to smoke
together.
His weed, and
is that what he got in trouble for?
Yeah, he was smoking weed, and who do you want a guy who's just freshly smoked a bowl, talking to imaginary creatures, having the time of his life? 100%. That's who you want.
Yeah, you don't want
the
someone.
Wiggles?
Blue Skidoo, we can too. No, you want the guy. Blue Skidoo, we can too.
You want the Teletubbies again?
Dude,
You ever seen Teletubbies in Spanish?
Oh, that sounds horrific.
It was terrifying. My grandparents.
It's terrible.
Their TV would be on in Spanish all day. So, and Montana, my mom was pretty much the only person who was speaking Spanish, and it was like, coming like here and there. So you're down there and you're inundated. There's no English. My grandparents don't speak English. Like it's
you're just like, what's going on?
I started getting pretty good at Spanish in that week that I was chilling with them.
Speaking of Teletubbies, dude, this is a terrible thing because I've been posting on TikTok lately. Some little some stuff. So then I get
it while you can, right?
But then I get stuck on TikTok and I'm scrolling last night.
Scrolling.
Yep. And I see a live. It was two people on a live. One of the fucking girls was wearing a Teletubby outfit. And I realized why. Because I was like, what the fuck is this? And I had to sit there and watch for at least a minute before I was like, what the fuck am I doing? This is stupid.
They got you.
Got me, dude. Oof. Got me.
Because you wanted to know what the deal was.
I wanted to even just put in the chat, be like, what the Fuck.
There's so
Have you
much
seen
of that.
NPC,
I mean, we are
NPC streamers?
Oh, I've seen
Oh
so
my
much.
God,
Of
it's
Shout
so
out
annoying.
Dan Soder for doing the best one. Ride me like a cowboy. Ride like a cowboy. Ride like a cowboy.
It's so terrible.
Hello.
I've seen like TikTok streamers, and what they do is they won't do anything. They'll just be sitting there doing their thing until like someone pays for something, and they'll be like, "Oh,
yeah.
a rose."
It had
It's
it,
like,
and
oh
it had
my
its
God,
phase,
dude.
but I think it's getting
Oh.
phased out already.
I haven't
right?
seen it recently
Yeah,
on TikTok,
That
but like I
was a
said,
really weird thing to.
I went away from. I don't like.
It's also funny when people actively wanted to be an NPC. Anything for the money.
Well, did you see the video of Bobby Lee doing it?
Bobby Lee
did it, but it was
Bobby Lee one
it
do
was
one.
he was recording a video for a Dylan Francis song. So someone caught Bobby Lee out there like doing some NPC stuff, and they're like, "What the hell, is Bobby Lee doing?" It went viral on the
That's so
internet,
dope.
but it was actually him just recording a video for Dylan Francis.
Gotta do it.
Yeah, it's like it's so funny.
That's so perfect.
So funny. But yeah, it is ridiculous. I avoid TikTok because I hate the things that people stream on there. Like I can get behind someone streaming a video game or even someone streaming a just chatting where they're sitting there talking to their chat. But NPC things are like, just like, come on, dude.
But I mean, there's literally
A market for it. That's what's sad.
it's really like
Sad.
it's the Wally or surrogates. For too long, man, you'll be laying on
Your motorized chair that just pushes you around where you need to go at what time. Yeah,
the
dude.
VR thing. As for as cool as it is, that is what I see out of it at the end of the day.
Everyone just getting like, we think we have an obesity problem now. Put everyone in an AR VR headset
But
where
we are definitely staggering still as the fattest country. I guess that Americans go to other countries and they're like,
dude, yeah, it's because of what's in our food. You go any other country and our food is banned.
so at the end of the day, we're just becoming some super mutants. Shout out Fallout.
Oh, is that what they're doing? Fatten us up so that way the zombie virus
They try to come
lives
in.
longer in us because
No.
we're eating our,
They're trying to jack us up, get us. That's why I want everybody on testosterone.
and
they want
jacked up a
everybody to
Mountain
be just
Dew.
yeah. So we're ready for war when it comes
No.
knocking at our door. You got a bunch of CrossFit human beings. Bring it, world.
No, if you make an army of obese people, it's not going to be very
Like I said,
effective.
the scariest thing ever. A whole country of Ken dolls marching at your door.
Big ones. Those aren't Ken dolls anymore. Those are like Sour Patch Kids, because I don't know, they were always like puffed up a little bit, right? Yeah. Dang, now we are getting scary, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
You throw a rainbow flag behind
Also-
those guys, you're scared.
Do not step to America. You will get sour patched.
Sour Patch. That is what I call my kids, is Sour Patch Kids. That is the best way to describe being a dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kid is
Best way to describe being a dad, dude, is legitimately, 1 second they're sweet, 1 second like last night. Izzy convinces me to go get ice cream after school.
like an almond joy they got left in the sun. Just kind of melts there.
And then leave some nuts.
Then I got
A little bit of coconut. You get a little bit of
Scrape
sweetness.
him off his bed and throw him in a backpack and drop him off at school.
Oh man.
Shout out my son. I love him to death.
I love that
Don't get me wrong.
my kids are morning kids right now,
If you
because
don't
eventually it's going to
slightly
get to the
hate your
point.
kids, some
Oh,
days,
then you are not doing
you're
the
not a
parenting
parent.
right.
Yeah, you're not a
Yesterday,
parent.
dude, 100%. Take the kids to get ice cream at Dairy Queen after school.
Dope. One of your trillion coupons that you stocked up.
Yeah, hell yeah. But anyways, I'm like, okay, we'll go get ice cream. And he's just like, I want a Blizzard. And I'm like, no, I can't. I'm not going to upgrade to a Blizzard. And then she gets all mad. Even has sour
I feel her
attitude
pain.
all the way till we get home. Fuck off. All I have a coupon for is a free
Bro,
Sunday. I'm not
but
buying you a
come
$5 fucking Blizzard that you're not going to finish.
$2? $2, Daddy.
No.
Come on, Daddy. It's only
Nope.
$2 for some Oreos and some
I-
wonderfulness in my life.
I just said,
Please, Daddy.
I'll get you ice cream.
Daddy, please. You didn't even give him a coupon. You ain't got to do nothing.
No, if you want the $2, if you want to pay the $2 extra for your Blizzard, you got to do it when you get the coupon. So even if I would have had to buy a
only
brand new
with-
Blizzard, yeah.
That's dirty.
And I told her, I'm like, I'm using coupons. We're
dirty,
not doing
DQ.
this, dude.
That's dirty, DQ. How are you doing?
But
them
no,
like
she
that?
still had sour attitude even after we got home. We had the ice cream, and then something else happened.
She had ice cream and she was still mad.
Yeah, and she's.
Now that's.
I got so mad at her. I was like, we had a little yelling match, and I did. Once we calmed down, I did apologize. I was like, I'm sorry that I got so mad, but you realize I just went and bought you ice cream, and we come home and you get in a yelling match with me. I was like, you think I'm ever gonna want to go get you ice cream after school again? And he's like, starts crying again. I'm like, I didn't even say we weren't gonna. I'm like, oh my god,
that sucks. And then you gotta go get them ice cream to get them to stop.
Well, that's what I told her. I was like,
we're going back to the car. We gotta get more ice cream to fix this problem.
I was like, what happens when you ask me for ice cream tomorrow after school? What am I gonna say? I'm gonna say no. And she's like, oh. And starts crying, and I'm like, knock it off. I didn't even say no. She's like, but you did just say no to ice cream tomorrow. I was like, well, yeah, we're definitely not having ice cream tomorrow after school. Like, no way. But maybe next week.
You know would make their day, because I've done that myself, where I'm like, of course you're not getting ice cream.
Yeah, and then
ice cream.
Yeah.
But you said you're not gonna get ice cream.
It's because you feel bad, dude. I do
not even feel bad. Just it's like.
It hits you.
To
it
me,
hits you
I'm
in
over
the
here.
feels.
Yeah, I'm over here like he ain't even gonna be ready for it. You think I'm the worst guy ever? Watch me get you some ice cream and see your face.
Even though we just yelled at each other.
100%,
Yeah, I do the same. Like I said, me and Izzy will get in these little yelling matches, and then it's not even 5 minutes, and I'm like, I'm sorry I yelled or got a little heated, but this is why I did it.
And
I'll give her a reason. I do apologize for going overboard, but.
I tell my son all the time, I'm like, I'm your dad. I'm not your best friend. And at the end of the day, guess when you get older, probably going to piss off some other guys. 'Cause that's kind of what we do as guys.
Yeah.
No, and period. I don't think there's a human being out there has successfully made every single person they've ever met happy.
And you don't want to be that. I
don't know. I'm kind of envious of some people. You go to the cash register, and they're just like, hi, how you doing? Like, how do you keep it up for 12 hours a day?
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean,
like Bamskis. How does that, guys?
I used to do it at the service department. I'll always be the happy.
Okay, let's see. We're walking in, and here's my 2006 Toyota Camry.
Hey,
there's
fuck
something.
you.
Get the fuck out of my.
That's what I always wish I could have said to those people.
And then
you said Chevy. As soon as you said Chevy, I was out. No, I'm just kidding.
2006, my Toyota Camry. It's making a weird noise from somewhere, and I don't have a lot of money to spend on to get this fixed.
I'd probably have to just go to my phone voice, like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. That sounds so unfortunate, but what we need to do is we need to get you in as soon as possible, have one of my guys really take a good look at it and see what we're looking at and kind of give us an idea of what we're going to be going for. We have no idea how much money this is going to cost.
And look into the camera now.
Give me your paycheck, cash check.
That guy was shady with it. You're not supposed to
give me a paycheck.
You were doing so good one-on-one engagement. I was like, okay, cool, man. I actually feel comfortable bringing my car here. And then
it's
you're going to turn your head and hit that shady voice.
Yeah, give me a paycheck. Give me it all.
These days,
it's the phone
you got to
voice,
work on your electric car. It is a whole paycheck going away.
Any modern vehicle, because they just stuff so much under the hood, dude.
Man. I love my 4Runner.
No, Toyotas are good, but anything in general nowadays, it's all computer controlled. So you have one computer module that goes bad that's somewhere underneath the dash, and the whole car's all wonky.
It's crazy, the sensors. If a sensor gets dirty, how much that can play into your whole car going down. The O2 sensor. Do yourself a favor. Make sure that sucker stays clean. Blow that sucker out every once in a while.
I mean, O2 sensor's in your exhaust. You have to pull it from the exhaust and clean it.
I was looking at one deal. You actually just, on most of the new cars, on the top of it, there is you pull
O2
out
sensor.
and then stick it right back in.
That's mass airflow sensor.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We're there.
Close enough.
I'm not the mechanic here.
An O2 sensor is your oxygen sensor. That's why it's O2.
I'm the owner, and that's my cousin Manuel. Owner's manual.
Owner's manual. I don't know why I went Indian there for manual. Yeah.
Well,
thank you. Come again.
There we go. They're doing the live action Simpsons. How you feel about that?
Whoa, I didn't hear about this. A live action. Who's Homer?
That is a great question.
It depends on
Kumail Nanjiani. He's going to be doing
the store clerk.
Wow, it's so insane how you could know something every other second of your life, and then when it comes on point, camera in your face, you can't come up with whatever that guy's name is.
Yeah, that's how I felt about asking people for their paycheck. That made no sense.
Yesterday.
As soon as I looked at the camera, I froze up. I was like, as soon as you see that light looking back at you, then it kind of gets nervous.
Facts. I'm almost terrified to let my co-host ever need to use the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Don't leave me alone with you guys.
And I'm just like trying to get her done as quick as I can, but you can't force excellence.
You can't.
Get it? I piss excellence. You know? This Ricky Bobby quote. Ricky Bobby callback.
They're like, you guys are just some biters. You can't even come up with your own content.
Yeah, just fucking.
You guys are just quoting Talladega Nights
and fucking Super Troopers.
But what he said about those crepes was pretty funny.
Dude, yet again, we could probably just focus most of our podcasts around fucking movies. Oh yeah, we had a crepe spot in Juneau, Alaska. I mean,
I don't understand what the hype on crepes are.
I'd rather have a pancake.
I'll take it a step further. Yeah, maybe not I'll get some French toast.
Now, I do enjoy, if you're doing a crepe, with the one I had, because we had a nice crepe spot in a crepe.
A crepe?
Because I am a consistent man.
Consistent.
And then I had a crepe. It had some strawberries. Some whipped cream.
Plus the strawberries and the blueberries.
That's a tough one to say that.
Blueberries.
The blueberries. That dude. Oh man.
How about schnozberries?
The schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
Raspberries.
Raspberries. Oh, you gotta get the razzle dazzle in there.
I find one of the best accents to mess around with.
It's probably one of my betters, actually.
It's in your blood, you coward.
Am I French? Mom?
No,
I think German, Irish, Dutch. I would love to do a 23andMe, but I don't want to give them my DNA.
Facts.
I do not need any more of me cloned.
Where are you sitting at on the bathroom?
No, I'll be able to make it our next 15 minutes.
What do we got, DJ?
Apparently,
can I get some coffee, please?
I was gonna say, apparently my bladder is damn near perfect timing to be an hour and a half. Apparently,
that's pretty damn good.
It's not. Who has to pee every hour and a half?
How many times in that is in a day?
Well, no. You know what's weird is we get done recording this podcast, and I maybe piss one more time. For the rest of the day.
9.1 on the dismount today. 9.1.
I'll take a little more, sir. Thank you.
And, he held it tight at the end. It wasn't no Simone Biles, but, he did good.
If we do this podcast for, much more time.
The rest of your life?
We are going to need to get him a different spot, because if he gets old, he ain't going to be able to do that shit anymore. He's going over a couch, over a chair.
You obviously don't know what kind of mountain goat you're dealing with when it comes to DJ.
You're right. He'll probably just fall over.
Because he's...
Pop his back on the way out.
He's just way too young to feel that damn old.
Way too young?
To feel that damn old.
Dude, I am going to be a miserable old man.
Are you?
Oh, 100%.
Are you planning on it intentionally?
No, because of my scoliosis, dude. It's gonna...
Thanks for giving it the cheer. The
nice,
personal cheer there. That is nice. I can't believe this Multi-Amp Institute. I wonder if you call the phone number. He's got a phone number over here.
We should call it. But no, my scoliosis is why I'm going to be a miserable old man. My back's going to hurt.
Are people getting scoliosis still every day, all day? It seemed like we were doing tests back at Elder Grove.
And guess
scoliosis tests.
I still got it. Passed every single one of my scoliosis tests in school.
And I seen one person actually have the full back brace needed to straighten out. I don't know. What is that? Gravity?
I don't know.
Everybody back then just had poor posture.
Well, and see, I think mine was poor posture, because mine is right in between my shoulder blades, where I used to sit in my Chevy Lumina and, do the low rider.
Look at Neanderthals. When you show them walking around, they ain't walking straight up and down.
Yeah, they're all hunched over.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think mine was related to how often I leaned back in my chair. So I think I gave it to myself, but I have about a 15-degree curve that starts just at the bottom of in between my two
They
shoulder
told
blades.
you right where the degrees at.
Yeah.
Everything.
Well, and that was
Whoa.
back. God, that was 2012
That's so funny
that I
to
found
think,
that
like,
out.
if your spine just kept curving, and next thing you know, you're waking up and you're staring at the ceiling.
You're just like, everyone's like, why are you standing like that? I don't know what you're talking about, man.
My back curved on me.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I'm standing normal.
I threw my back out, and I can't even make this shit up. And I'm so stubborn and egotistical in my own head. I'm looking over at DJ, and I'm like, man, my back don't hurt or anything. I'm fine. Look at me. I'm standing straight up. I'm literally leaned like this. Not even close to be. I'll be fine. I'm getting better. Look, I'm just lying to myself.
That's so funny because a similar thing happened to me, but it was actually in VR, so that you'll enjoy this. Robbie comes in and he sees me playing VR, and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude?" He's like, "I was just like," he's like, "Stand, like you're not even standing straight." I was like, "Really?" And I'm sitting there. I think I was either like this or just like just doing something weird, and I thought I was standing up straight, but I'm just like leaned back like this or something. He's just like, "You look fucking weird, bro."
Weird.
Yeah.
And you think you're.
Yeah. Nope. You look
right.
like a friggin' goofball, dude. That is one thing about the VR. Especially, I can only imagine if someone did see me the one time I hooked up the steering wheel and VR. I'm just sitting there just like...
Literally, the truck driving thing is like, that's the part I really laugh about. I can only imagine. Just, I'm shifting nonsense.
See,
And then how do you, it's cool that you're able to look at your, I guess you're
we're good.
solid. Like, as long as, like, when your kids would see you, that's the one thing I always think about. Because if I walked in and I saw my dad VRing instead of doing what he was supposed to, like, in my head, what he's supposed to be doing, I'd be like, this loser.
This fucking guy.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Fucking
And he
guy.
could be having the best time in his life. Because at the end of the day, it's weird. You almost expect dads to kind of be miserable. Like, they're supposed to be doing the thing.
That's miserable.
Regardless.
Yeah.
Get over there and do it. You got a dead animal you got to clean up. Call dad. You got a bug in the house. Call dad.
I hope my kids will do that for themselves because I don't want to fucking do it anymore. I'm just
They
kidding.
had 8 years. And, you know, Logan is 3. He's a man already. I mean,
3.5. He can make his own dinners and shit. He'll be all right.
So
I got him his
cute.
own apartment. It's a
Right?
doghouse in the backyard.
It's the crawl space under the stairs. Stick him underneath there.
Man.
That's delicious.
So this is
Good
the
job.
first time I've ever lived without an animal in my house too.
Oh wow, no
And
animals.
for the first time in like 6 or 7 years, no animals in the
Sounds
house.
mom's got a damn petting zoo damn near going over there.
Sounds like it. Hedgehog, cat, dog.
Hedgehog, cat, and the Elsie girl. Come on now. She's a lilac Sharpei.
Yeah.
She's another beautiful human being out there. In my book, anyways. I don't know. Let us know, guys. You guys are about that pet parent life.
Well, the cats, I did just recently learn that their
I don't
purring,
trust them.
their purring is a healing frequency.
What?
Yeah, so if they're like
Says who?
laying on your chest, that says the internet, and you gotta believe everything. Everything.
DJ, can you pull me up a little bit more about this? I don't believe it. Purring of cats, healing frequency.
And maybe that's why the Egyptians loved them so much. There's also another weird.
Also, it's weird. Like, I can't, when I picture Egypt, I'm like, where are these cats?
Where are they hanging out? Let's see. Reduces stress hormones, lowering blood pressure, improving healing of joints, muscles, tendons, tissue regeneration.
The purr.
The cat's purr. The vibration from their purrs, right? Dang. No, yeah, that makes sense why they liked him. There's a theory, though.
Dogs rule, cats drool.
Cats
fight me.
are the only feline that have reptilian eyes.
That
They're
is
the
wild.
only
They do
feline that
some-
have the sharp up and down. So my theory, my crazy wild theory, is that the Egyptians made cats. They took a snake and a lion, mixed them together, and they got a cat. I don't know. But that's my crazy wild theory, is that
Well, because I was
maybe
gonna say they already have that.
cats are man-made.
What is that thing called? The behemoth, something like that. It's got a snake tail with a lion's head and a.
Oh, one of their pictographs or whatever.
It's a chimera. That's what it's called.
Who knows, man?
I used to love that because the games that I grew up on, like especially the Final Fantasy series, they explored all of that.
See, and I never got into
the
them.
old Roman gods and mythological, Shiva. You could just blast somebody with some ice real quick. But I mean,
I remember my brother playing Odyssey. And that one, same thing.
Old school, war. He was doing tactics.
Odyssey was like a story,
but essentially under the same.
Yeah,
it wasn't ever
all these old Roman gods and shit.
He was doing the original, like Final Fantasies before it, like, because the Final Fantasy now are nothing like
what they were. Yeah,
as much as I wanted to hate the Final Fantasy VII remake, it's so clean playing it.
Is it?
It really is actually a lot of fun playing.
I never got into the Final Fantasy series, and that's another really interesting thing between me and my brother is we have a really wide variety and difference of games. Like, we both enjoy some survival games now and then.
But your brother loves snowmobiling. He loves it.
Yeah.
He bought games. Just like
I have a snowmobiling game. I have a snowmobiling game and a snowboarding game.
But even like, I think me and Kelton, we played so much soccer our entire lives. But I think that was probably the only person I ever sat down and played FIFA with.
Yeah, see, I've never been a FIFA. So I guess, it just depends on what you enjoy in life is what you enjoy as a video game, I guess.
Huge football head. So NCAA,
Oh, the new one. Yeah, they're coming out with a college football again.
Oh, dope.
That's been 5 or 6 years since they did a college.
Is EA doing it, or?
I think it is. I think it may be.
AJ, we got anything on that one? Is
the new the new NCAA football game, was that from EA Sports? Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
We're
EA
still
Sports
rocking with EA.
Which,
hopefully the game's not a flop, because I think both of them really need that win.
Yeah, because EA with the Sims, I think the Sims is in trouble, so they're gonna need as much help as they can get. Unless they can come around and make The Sims 5 absolutely amazing, but
unless we want that just to be history, always. The old dogs coming to chop the legs of these.
We'll get this.
To come try to take out the daddies.
How much do you think it is to buy all of the expansions and DLCs for The Sims 4?
Oh, I have no idea.
Over $1,000.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably thousands, probably on the light end.
That is nuts, bro. Just for different maps and clothes and
think about a game
items.
like Rock Band, where you got to buy every song.
Yeah, I mean, it's $1 a song.
1,000 songs.
Yeah.
I probably have 5,000 songs loaded in my Spotify right now.
Yeah, that's same. But at least that makes more sense to me.
I wish you could just link. You could just, if you have Spotify, you should be able to, AI should be able to handle that. It should be able to create the notes for you.
Dang, I wonder if they could somehow implement the fact that the AI is writing those.
If nobody else is patented,
music.
we're patented right now.
Shit, yeah. We don't have a patent yet, but just pretend like it's patented, because we're fucking patented as soon as we get off here. Yeah, it's patented. We're gonna hit up Terrence Howard. Yeah.
He's the king of the patents.
Yeah. Apparently he made all the AR and VR world, which is kind of crazy to think.
Hey DJ, quick question. How was the audio today? Did it sound a little more sexy, or?
Yeah, I think we're getting there.
Oh yeah. Continue.
And then it's just, I don't even know where I was going with that one. I was just kind of going. I
don't know. I'm really taking people's feedbacks to heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's a shout out to EJ. We appreciate you, brother. Keep giving us the feedback. We do have episode
Aliens
1
are real
and 2,
and DMT is, yes, it's cool, but it's not
Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah, that was pretty out there. I was trying to think about what he had said.
In his mind, he's like, I'm going to say the most ridiculous things that I can in 3 seconds and then hang up. And it was aliens aren't real. It's all a dream. It's all a DMT trip while you're dreaming, which makes sense. If you, I don't know.
I must have zero DMT.
He's essentially,
he's
essentially saying the people who think they have been abducted, because we talked a little bit more about it when I called him when we weren't live. It's like, yeah, you think about it. If the people who say they were abducted and saw this thing, it was probably just a DMT trip while they were dreaming. And then they just woke up and they're like, I got abducted last night. I was like, yeah, that could be a thing.
Well, then I just look at something different, like up in Alaska. An angel comes to you and guides you out of there. That's a whole different other experience. But obviously, what happens if... But I think your body does take you into a special place.
Well, yeah, especially because he could have been.
Why does your body heat up to 1,000,000 degrees during hypothermia?
He could have been hallucinating from lack of sleep. Because I think he didn't sleep. I think he just stayed up the whole time. So it's probably hallucinations from lack of sleep. But
where do they say the hallucinations are? It's DMT.
DMT. Oh shit. So it wasn't an angel, it was a DMT being that was like, yo, dude, it ain't your time. And you're just sitting here in the woods. All you need to do is get to the beach. There's some Coast Guard guys waiting for you down there. Like, go for it. Go for it like Groundhog Day. But then it's it's crazy to think, though, that all these games that are coming out are all made on just a few of these platforms. And depending on like the base platform that you use to develop your game could make or break it. Like your brother is learning Unity, which the only games I've seen come out of Unity are a more simple style, like our tower defense game, which you just, you build up defenses as people come towards your tower. It seems to be games like that. So I was really kind of bummed that he went Unity route instead of the Unreal Engine for game developing.
Because at the end of the day, I really love what Unreal Games does. Have you
seen their like recent videos of just like what they're showcasing the next engine?
What is their biggest project that they're about to?
Well, the Unreal Engine is now a developing like software. So now it's like you can pre-generate huge chunks of space. So like the next generation of games should be absolutely amazing. So in this video, he's just like, okay, we're going to say we're building a jungle right here. And it just pops up a bunch of trees and stuff and like cliffs. He's like, oh yeah, we want more cliffs, less trees, more this. And then it changes it.
Just how Copilot.
And then he's just like, oh, and I want to just drag this line through here because this is where our path wants to go. And it changes the path and like how the tree looks. Like it's insane. Whoa. The next generation of games should be looking amazing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they already do look amazing. It's like, I can't even imagine if you showed a modern day game to somebody from the,
even 2000s, Tomb Raider.
Atari's, when did Pong?
Oh shit, dude.
That was in the 60s or was it the 70s?
I want to say, let's look that up because I don't know. I want to say my dad played Pong, so that would have had to have been like the 70s. Or 80s?
Or was it Centipede was the very first game created?
Because, you show somebody from those days, any of our games today, they'd be like, you're watching a movie, or you're like, this is real life. Like, no.
You would have to really think it was real life. A game like The Last of Us, where it really is, you see two human beings. Like, what's a really realistic, just human-based game? They said 1972?
72. 70s. All right. I was right.
Yeah, you go back to the 70s.
And show
Steve Jobs. He's working on he's trying to get it rolling.
You go back to the 70s and show somebody 2000 Lara Croft and they'd be impressed, dude. Red Dead Redemption. So I don't know if this will ever get there, but Rockstar Games, don't fuck up GTA 6. Red Dead Redemption was amazing. The story mode was one of the best games I've ever played. The second you went to online mode, 75% of the stuff you could do in story mode wasn't online. And it's just like, what the hell? You guys made such an amazing game for single player only. So I'm really hoping that they don't fuck up GTA 6. We've been waiting 10 years for it. They should not have fucked it up.
Everything that has been talked about, it seems like it's going to be a total game changer as far as gaming goes.
I think it will.
I think it's going to be the closest to having your own like avatar in real life.
It's the first time GTA will ever have a female character that you get to play as, which is really cool because it's going to be a Bonnie and Clyde style storyline now. So it's a guy and a girl.
Dope.
But I'm more excited, and I hope they do this. The 5M is the company that hosts all these roleplay servers. They got bought out by Rockstar. So I'm really hoping, and the rumor was that Rockstar is going to try to get all these guys and implement them into the online world. So that GTA Online will be a lot more roleplay based, which I think would be sick. You go load into GTA Online and it asks you, are you a criminal? Are you a normal civilian? Or are you a first responder? And then so that I think it would be really cool if they implemented roleplay in Grand Theft Auto Online.
100%.
And that's the rumor that's the reason that they bought 5M. I hope so.
The idea of Ready Player One, I mean, that is just totally fascinating me. And it really is good. I mean, when you have guys who get the modules hooked up all over their body and everything, I mean, that really is
you've seen the OmniTrack, right? It's where it hooks you in, and they're making these for at home, and it's a platform that has on the bottom a pad that you run. So you're actually running. So
we're there. We're Ready
we're so
Player One
close
right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
You put a VR headset on, you get on that OmniTrack to where the direction you move and run is the direction you run in the game. We're so close.
Yeah. This is probably the closest thing we've gotten to like flying cars that they've talked about since the 80s.
Well, speaking of that,
why still suck?
Why did they never do magnets? Like, you know how two magnets opposite each other kind of give that. I guess maybe it's too much money putting magnetic roads all over.
The military had created their, hovercraft.
Yeah.
And it just, I think there's still a lot of technology that needs to get better.
Yeah.
I think they can do it. I just don't think they're that good.
Eventually, man, we've cut back to Star Wars a bunch of times, but like the scenes where they're in the speeders, like flying through space, I think eventually one day we would get to that. Could you imagine
everything that in Star Wars will eventually, I'm sure, come to pass?
Imagine the traffic cut down. If you could have 5 different heights of traffic.
We need Futurama. We need the tubes.
The tubes, dude.
Jack Black said,
dude. Can you imagine how bad your back's gonna be after one trip through that tube?
They'll get the kinks worked out.
Yeah, hopefully they get some better curves.
Our spines need it.
First guy through, dead instantly. First curve.
Or you go all the way like robots. You know what I mean? You just get flung from one end to the next end.
A freaking robot just grabs you and just launches you the direction you need to go, and another one's got a trampoline that catches you or something.
Yeah, you have arrived. Or just pop open your Mary Poppins, that shit. Just pop open your umbrella, float down on nice. Yeah. Oh, look, the nanny's here.
You look like Mary Poppins. Is he cool?
Is he cool?
Guardians. You haven't seen that from Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh man, that's what I love the Guardians of the Galaxy series. I think it's probably better than, honestly, the Avengers series. And
I think so too.
DC.
And it's better than Chris Pratt, dude. Chris Pratt and then
Rocket.
Oh, Rocket too.
Rocket which is amazing. But
do you know who voices Rocket?
Who voices Rocket?
You will be blown away. I can't remember his fucking name right now, but I'll get his name because it will blow you away. It's the guy, one of the guys from The Hangover.
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper. That's it. Yep.
No wonder he stole my heart.
Yeah.
Bradley Cooper. That sexy son of a bitch.
But the scene is the blue guy who's got like the mohawk.
Oh, yeah.
He's coming down and he's like holding something. He's like floating down and Quill's like, you look like Mary Poppins. He's like, oh, is he cool? And he's like, yeah, really cool. And he's like, I'm Mary Poppins. That's dope. It's so funny. Oh.
That was a great movie. All around. I watched it. I hope they make several more.
Yeah. Are they working on another one?
I don't know. It looks like Chris Pratt is getting thick.
Going back to Big Boy again, huh? Yeah. Dude, he was funnier. He was funny in, the whatever show he was in, Parks and Rec. That's what it is, yeah.
I can honestly show that me and my Andrew probably bonded over more than anything. It's both. We could just totally
I do like
together.
The Office too. It's kind of same style. I enjoy him.
He's like a Ron Swanson.
Yeah.
I
love
like
Ron
a Chris
Swanson.
Pratt. I work hard.
Yeah.
I shine your shoes and tell you jokes, but I'm not the smartest book on the shelf.
Books can't be that smart on the shelf.
It's not Rocket Appliances last time I checked.
It's not a rocket appliance. That's so good. Oh, that is just about our time today, though.
What?
140,
It can't
dude.
be.
140.
Already?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
140, bro.
You know, guys, I think we're kind of getting good at this thing.
Yeah. It was funny. EJ called me. He's
But
like,
you
dude,
can't see you starting to do the dance.
like, episode 1 was really great. Like, and he kind of gave us some feedback, and I was like, really, a lot of the things you just said, we've kind of ironed out in the next couple episodes. Like,
Incredible.
our conversations seem a little bit more smoother, and we're kind of rolling through things good. So yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can still
All
see
positive.
every once in a while
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you're like, will you shut the fuck up?
It was like, I was going to say so. Well, this is the thing. The only reason I do that is because if I don't say it within the next 30 seconds, it's gone. It's gone. So yeah, that's the look. I'm like, it's probably a look of, I'm trying to remember what I was going to say. I'm trying to look of desperation.
Before we get signed off, take the time, go like it,
Yes.
go share it. What is that hashtag?
Follow
What
us.
is that
Hashtag MWTBpod, MWTBPOD. And
look us up on our socials.
yeah, and
Come
now
find
on
us
Spotify.
Spotify.
2 episodes out on Spotify. We'll do another one on Monday.
We'll drop that
Heck
link
yeah.
down below so you'll have another place to find us and everything. But until then,
Much love. Bye. Good morning with the boys.